Hey guys, welcome back to Survival 101. This is Nick. Today is July 5th, 2011. Hope you all had a good 4th of July. I'm just going to give you a garden update today. Now, where that stake is, I just planted a row of green beans here in the raised bed today. And where that rock is, it's another row. Hopefully they'll come up soon. That'll be more of my second crop of green beans. Now, that large stake straight back, I planted a row of carrots, and then where that stake is, I have some carrots that some of them came up, not all of them. So these will all come up, and I planted some more in here. And I also did another row of carrots near the peppers. These hot peppers are looking great. I harvested one this morning that looked ready. It was a red. And I haven't eaten it yet because I'm thinking it's going to be pretty darn hot. It's a chili pepper. These all look healthy. Now the chives, looking good. The oregano is going to flower now. And there's one of our pollinators right there, hard at work. Hopefully heads off to the tomatoes. So the raised bed's doing good. Hopefully with some good care, all this stuff will germinate quick. Now, the big garden is also looking wonderful. This cherry tomato is easily over 6 foot tall, easily. This is a 4-foot tomato cage. That's the very top right there. And there's that plant. It even has tomatoes all the way up there. The plant is filled with hundreds of these little green tomatoes, and has some down there that are looking ready to harvest, so I'll get to that in a few minutes. The beefsteak tomato is looking great, full of tomatoes. Has some good big ones down there that'll be hopefully ready to harvest soon. A lot of those, the plant is just filled with them. Now this cage, there was a storm the other night, and this blew over, and this cage is lying up on top of the cherry tomatoes with this plant. So what I did is the other beefsteak right here is also lying over. So I tied this cage, which is holding the cucumbers, to the railing there, a good knot, and then I tied this cage to that one, so these two were both pretty secure. Now the cherry's leaning over somewhat, so I might have to fix that. But these tomatoes all looking good. The second beefsteak, the last tomato I have, is also full of tomatoes. Has a whole lot of them. Just a bunch of nice big ones like that. Hopefully they'll be turning green soon. This plan is, both of these have at least 30, 40 good-sized beefsteak tomatoes. And any extras I have, I'll be having a little vegetable stand, giving some out to the neighbors, and if I have a lot, I'll probably take some to the church, give it to people who need it the most. And the aphids, there's still some aphids, but I've let the plants sort of just let them go with that problem, because they've been attracting some ladybugs and stuff to come that are eating the aphids and the ladybug larva, which is eats the most. So tomatoes looking good. Now I'll give you a quick update on the peppers. All these pepper plants are looking great. They have a bunch of blossoms. And some little ones. They're there, and a pretty good size one right there. Looks good. This one has a good size one there, and some other little peppers getting blossoms. This one's the same way. Has some 2 little peppers there, still getting blossoms, doing good. This one has a pretty good size one right there. Just a good amount of tomato. good amount of peppers. Hopefully they'll do well. Cucumbers, these are the ones that Frank gave me. They are looking good. Have a cucumber there, they'll be ready to harvest soon. And they're starting to grow up the trellis. Not the trellis, the railing, but it works the same way, just not as good. Full of blossoms. This is another one that Frank gave me. And oh, I see a cucumber ready to harvest, so I'll get to that in a minute. Now, that watermelon is doing great. I trained it, and it's now growing up the trellis and out the other side. I'm going to have to train it to weave up, but it's doing great. Just don't want it to connect it to tomatoes and take them over. All the cucumbers are looking good. The one problem with them I've been having is some of these front leaves behind tomatoes look like they'll have this mildew covering on them. I don't know if that could be because they're not getting enough light or what. I'm not sure, but the leaves in the back where they get more morning sun look fine. All the cucumbers looking good. Well, the only problem I've been having with the tomatoes is all the lower leaves. Most of them are starting to turn. Let me zoom out so you can see. Top leaves up there are nice and dark green. And these bottom ones are starting to get yellow. It's on all mine. I believe that's just a nutrient deficiency that I'll have to maybe fertilize them. That's just because the plants are focusing on growing so huge, they're just pulling the nutrients out of the older leaves in order to grow upward. So that's okay. Fertilize them, do the best I can to cope with that. Now all the cucumbers, from this angle, they look great. This cantaloupe, which started out from way down there in the soil, is now climbed all the way to the top. And it's full of blossoms and some mini cantaloupes, if I can find them for you. It's climbed all the way to the top of the 6-foot trellis. There, right there's a mini cantaloupe. And all the cucumbers looking good. Been harvesting some, and I'll have a good amount to harvest. So, all right, now I'm gonna go harvest some stuff. They look like a lot of cucumbers that are ready to harvest, so I'll get to them. But first, I'm gonna get some of these cherry tomatoes that are ready. Just a lot of cherry tomatoes still to come, but got some ones that are ready right now. These look delicious. I love fresh vegetables. Fresh cherry tomatoes just taste so good. Better than anything you can get in a store, in my opinion. Might just be the hard work that you put into them. When it's finally paid off, it's just a good feeling. So, some good amount of cherry tomatoes harvested today. Looks like I'll have some more ready tomorrow. But now I'm going to get the pickles. Not the pickles, the cucumbers. And I see one ready right here. Gonna snip this sucker right off. This cucumber right here is pretty hard to get. I don't want to disturb any of the other plants getting to this, but I got it. Now if I get a really good amount of cucumbers, which I'm expecting in the coming weeks, probably give some away. But might start up a vegetable stand. So if I have too much, give some away to neighbors, give to the church if I have a lot. There's one in there that I'm just gonna let go another day. Cucumber that Frank gave me. Yep. From the plant that Frank gave me. Good harvest. There's some that I could harvest now, but I'm just gonna let them go till tomorrow. So I will give you a quick update on the herb garden. Whoa. Hit the grill. The scissors hanging out and hit the grill right there. Cilantro. I don't know if I plant this again. Maybe just not in a pot. It's just gone to seed and getting all these little seed pods up there. Dill, I should probably cut them off, but might just let it go. I haven't had that good luck with any of these plants, but basil, wonderful. It's been harvesting some every day. It's doing great. Has some mini plants down there that I might put in the winter. I'm gonna make a hydroponics system this year, so I'll show you how that goes. And these peppers over here, these banana peppers, I harvested one the other day, and still have a bunch of little guys coming up. Now these chili peppers, that's like the kind of the other one. Just that they're starting to turn red now. So looks like they'll be coming out soon. And here's today's harvest. Gotta be careful. Got a cucumber, another cucumber, another cucumber, some cherry tomatoes, good amount of cherry tomatoes, and one mini chili pepper over there, bite size. So pretty good harvest for today. Can't wait till I start getting some of those nice beefsteak tomatoes to slice up and put on a sandwich, something. So till then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you right back here on Survival 101. Whoops, just realized I forgot to show you the green beans that I already have. Now these green beans have a lot of buds coming up, some nice purple blossoms all down there, so I'll be getting some beans soon. Can't wait for that. I love fresh green beans. So all these green bean plants down the row are looking very healthy. These are bush beans. I planted pole beans before, and they just take up everywhere. Like that whole trellis, I need that for just green beans. So I like bush beans. They're small, very compact plants, and you can get a great harvest out of them. So definitely recommend to plant bush beans. Full of blossoms here. Hopefully these will be tomatoes soon, and then I have my second crop of beans coming in the raised bed. So that's it for this episode. We'll see you next time on Survival 101.